Hey Wolfpack, it is Friday the 13th. Cue the scary music. Scary music, the scary music. That's better. So I thought since it's Friday the 13th, I would share some scary facts about Friday the 13th with you guys. Some trivia you may not know. Did you know that there is actually a fear of the number 13? It has a name. It's called trichodecaphobia. It's fear of the number 13. Did you know that the stock market crash of Friday, October 13th, 1989, at the time was the second worst crash ever, but now doesn't even rank in the top 10? Scary. Did you know that in 2012, the year that's going to bring the end of the world, there are 3 months with Friday the 13th in them? Scary. Did you know that the ill-fated Apollo 13 mission was launched at 1300 hours on April 11th? But the explosion that nearly crippled the craft happened on the 13th, which was a Monday. But it was the 13th. Scary. There's a word that means fear of Friday the 13th, but it's so scary I don't even know how to pronounce it. Seems like there are just way too many letters. Did you know that Tupac Shakur died on Friday the 13th? And Fidel Castro was born on a Friday the 13th? As well as Steve Buscemi. Steve Buscemi was born on Friday the 13th. And you know, Steve Buscemi's eyes? Scary. Also on Friday the 13th, I was wearing a Nanaloo shirt. Scary. 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 Alright, enough of that. I'm not one to be very superstitious. I don't get superstitious about things like Friday the 13th. Knock on wood, right? Oh, as soon as I say I'm not superstitious, then I immediately feel superstitious. But usually things like this don't get to me, but I think it's really interesting that some people are so obsessed with the number 13. Like, there's this rule that if 13 people sit down to dinner together, the first person to stand will die. And there's actually a industry in France, I believe it is, where people can hire someone as a 14th dinner guest, just professionally, as like a professional dinner guest, just so you don't have 13 people at a table. And I guess some unlucky things have happened, but I'm in more of the mindset that if you're looking for something to happen in a specific way or at a specific time, you'll find a way to see it the way you're expecting it to happen. Does that make any sense? I feel like I just on the camera, and I apologize. I'm curious if any of you are superstitious, if you get all caught up in the Friday the 13th madness, and yeah, nothing else happened today. Nothing else happened. Absolutely no shows were put up online today, so I don't want to see anybody talking about that in the comments. Certainly didn't happen. Certainly didn't happen. Look how close I can get. I'm just totally out of focus. Just totally out of focus. And I hope you are having an absolutely wonderful day, Master Wayne, and until I see you next, be brilliant.